Greetings, and welcome to Travel Ventures Sleep Channel, your sanctuary for tranquility, relaxation, and focus. Before we embark on this journey, ensure your comfort and peace of mind. Draw in a deep, calming breath, and let your eyes flutter closed as we accompany Eric on his enchanting journey to Salvador, Brazil. Remember, if you enjoy these immersive experiences, click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Now, let's embark on this soothing voyage together. Eric had always been an adventurer at heart, driven by an insatiable hunger for new horizons and cultures. A software engineer by profession, he spent his spare time leafing through maps, tourist guides, and travelogues, painting vivid images of distant lands in his imagination. This time, his eyes were set on Salvador, the beating heart of Brazil's vibrant Afro-Brazilian culture, a city renowned for its historical charm and natural beauty. Salvador was a city wrapped in a mix of old-world charm and modern dynamism, offering a journey through time unlike any other. After months of planning, Eric was finally aboard a plane cruising at 30,000 feet above the Atlantic Ocean. As he watched the ethereal glow of the sunrise, he felt his heart race with anticipation. Upon his arrival, Salvador greeted Eric with an explosion of color. Streets lined with pastel-hued colonial buildings competed with the turquoise of the ocean for his attention. Cobbled alleyways snaked through the historical district, revealing treasures around every corner. One such treasure was the vibrant Pelourinho neighborhood. As Eric strolled through this UNESCO World Heritage Site, he was intoxicated by the scent of Itacaré deep-fried balls of black-eyed pedo filled with vatapá and caruru, being fried in the stalls that dotted the streets. He found himself irresistibly drawn to the rhythmic drumbeats resonating from the Olodum bands, their music echoing off the colorful facades and filling the narrow streets with a pulsating energy. At every turn, Salvador unfolded like a sun-kissed page from a history book. The São Francisco Church, a grandiose monument of Baroque architecture, left Eric breathless. Gazing at the extravagant interior covered in gold leaf, he found it difficult to comprehend the opulence. From there, he made his way to Mercado Modelo, a bustling market nestled at the base of a historic customs house, where vendors sold everything from traditional Brazilian sweets to handcrafted Bahian souvenirs. As the week progressed, Eric delved deeper into the natural allure Salvador had to offer. He explored the gorgeous coastline, from Porto da Barra Beach, where locals swam in the calm waters and lounged on the golden sands, to the Farol da Barra lighthouse, which offered a panoramic view of the city against the backdrop of a setting sun, painting the sky in hues of orange and red. Eric's journey wasn't merely a feast for his eyes, but a rhythm for his soul. He attended a traditional candomblé ceremony, an Afro-Brazilian religious ritual filled with dance, vibrant costumes, and rhythmic music that echoed under the starlit sky. He felt the infectious energy permeate every fiber of his being, filling him with a sense of profound connection. One of the most memorable moments of his journey was the capoeira circle he stumbled upon in a local square. Watching the fluid movements of the fighters, their bodies moving in perfect harmony with the berimbao's hypnotic rhythm, Eric felt the city's pulse beat in sync with his own heart. He was even invited to participate, an invitation he eagerly accepted. Although his movements were clumsy compared to the locals, their cheers and laughter were warm and welcoming. His last night in Salvador, Eric found himself on a hill overlooking the city. The view of the Salvador skyline, bathed in the soft glow of the setting sun, was a sight to behold. He could see the beautiful colonial buildings, the bustling markets, the inviting beaches, and the endless ocean extending beyond the horizon. As the city lights started to twinkle, mirroring the stars above, Eric realized he hadn't just visited Salvador. He had lived Salvador. With a heavy heart, he bid the city farewell, promising to carry a piece of Salvador with him wherever his travels led him next. He left with his senses filled with the taste of Itacaré, the sound of berimbau, the sight of a Salvador sunset, the touch of warm sand beneath his feet, and the smell of the ocean breeze. Eric's journey to Salvador was more than a trip. It was an immersive sensory experience that transformed his soul and broadened his worldview. It wasn't the end of his travel journey, but rather a beautiful chapter in his ongoing adventure. From Salvador, Eric headed south to the state of Bahia, towards a tiny coastal village called Itacaré. Nestled between the rainforest and the Atlantic Ocean, Itacaré was a surfer's paradise, known for its pristine beaches and emerald green waters. Eric, an avid surfer, was excited to experience the world-renowned waves. His days in Itacaré were filled with endless surf sessions, each wave carrying him further into a state of exhilaration and pure bliss. He spent his evenings by the bonfires on the beach, sharing stories with fellow travelers, their laughter mixing with the crackling of fire and the rhythmic sound of the waves. The village was a delightful contrast to the bustling city of Salvador. Here, life moved at a slower pace, each day melting into the next, guided by the rhythms of nature. Local fishermen started their day at dawn, their nets laden with the day's catch. The tantalizing aroma of moqueca, a traditional Bahian fish stew, filled the air as locals prepared their meals with fresh ingredients. Eric explored the nearby cocoa plantations, the very ones that gave Bahia the title of Cocoa Coast. Walking amidst the lush green trees, he was captivated by the process of cocoa harvesting and chocolate making. The sweet, earthy aroma of cocoa was a fragrance that would forever remind him of Bahia. As the days turned into weeks, Eric found himself falling in love with this quiet, peaceful corner of Brazil. He reveled in the simple joys and the serenity of the early morning surf, the warmth of the locals, the taste of freshly harvested cocoa, and the vibrant music that spilled onto the streets from the local bars in the evening. One evening, as he sat under a starlit sky, the sounds of a distant berimbau carrying through the warm breeze, he realized that he had found another piece of Brazil to carry with him. Itacaré was not just a place on a map. It was a feeling, a way of life. When it was time to leave, Eric found it as hard as saying goodbye to Salvador. But the adventurer in him was ready for the next journey. So, with a heart filled with precious memories and a backpack filled with local chocolate, he set off towards his next destination, not just as a tourist but as a traveler immersing himself in the true essence of every place he visited. His journey to Salvador and Itacaré was more than a physical journey. It was a spiritual journey that had brought him closer to himself. Eric's exploration of Brazil was a testament to his belief that the essence of travel was not just to see new places, but to experience them, to live them. It was a beautiful chapter of his ongoing travel saga that had left him richer in experiences and stories. The spirit of Salvador and the serenity of Itacaré had now become an indelible part of his traveler's soul, and he knew that his journey was just beginning. Following his time in Itacaré, Eric embarked on a new adventure towards the Amazon rainforest, the largest rainforest on Earth. Intrigued by the chance to explore this massive, diverse ecosystem, he prepared himself for an experience unlike any other. The journey began with a flight to Manaus, a bustling city right in the heart of the Amazon. Upon his arrival, Eric was welcomed by the thick, humid air of the rainforest, a stark contrast to the salty ocean breeze of Itacaré. Manaus was a vibrant city, where modern buildings stood shoulder to shoulder with the remnants of the old rubber boom. Eric spent a few days exploring, visiting landmarks like the opulent Amazon Theatre and the bustling Adolfo Lisboa market, where he found a cornucopia of exotic fruits, fish, and spices that delighted his senses. However, the true adventure began when he left the concrete jungle of Manaus and ventured into the verdant expanse of the Amazon rainforest. Accompanied by a local guide, he embarked on a journey along the mighty Amazon River, the lifeblood of the forest. Immersed in the dense, emerald green foliage, Eric was in awe of the unparalleled biodiversity around him. He observed colorful toucans darting between trees, sloths lazily hanging from branches, and occasionally, a distant roar of a howler monkey echoed through the forest. The symphony of sounds from myriad insects, birds, and animals created a melodic soundscape that was both captivating and soothing. Each day brought new discoveries, from learning about medicinal plants from his knowledgeable guide to fishing for piranhas in the tributaries of the Amazon. Some nights, they camped under a canopy of stars, their flickering light filtering through the leaves and casting an ethereal glow on the forest floor. One memorable day, Eric visited a local indigenous community, gaining insights into their traditions, customs, and their remarkable symbiotic relationship with the rainforest. He learned about their respect for the forest and the principles of sustainability that guided their existence. This encounter left him with a profound appreciation for their wisdom and resilience. Towards the end of his Amazon journey, Eric found himself cruising along the meeting of the waters, a natural spectacle where the black waters of the Rio Negro meet the sandy-colored Rio Solomos, flowing side by side without mixing for several kilometers. It was a stark visual reminder of the Amazon's diverse ecosystems. As Eric bade farewell to the Amazon, he felt enriched by the experiences that the rainforest had offered. The rhythm of the forest, its inhabitants, and the flowing rivers were imprinted on his heart. He knew that the echo of the Amazon, its pulse, would remain with him forever, a reminder of the mesmerizing beauty and fragility of nature. As he journeyed onwards, Eric carried the stories and experiences from Salvador, Itacaré, and the Amazon rainforest, each place contributing unique threads to the tapestry of his adventures. And while the explorer in him was eager to discover new destinations, a piece of his heart remained in Brazil, a testament to his immersive travels and the indelible impact of the rich Brazilian landscapes and cultures on his adventure's soul. Remember, if you've enjoyed accompanying Eric on his journey, kindly show your appreciation by clicking the like button. Also, to ensure you don't miss out on future adventures, do subscribe to our channel